So we have a Firefly, Qwen, and Google Gemini right here in our browser. We open those in three different tabs. Now, in order to access NanoBanana, you have to choose this 2.5 flash, and in the option you have an option, the tools to create images. Once selected this, you are good to go with NanoBanana. Then in Qwen, you just have to log into Qwen. Then we have two options right here, image edit and image generation. So as per your needs, you can choose between these two options to create images. And then we have Adobe Firefly. In order to access Adobe Firefly, go to firefly.adobe.com, and then you can create a board right here, and you can give the prompts that you want, and you can create images. Now let's use the same images and same prompt all across all these models, and let's see how well all these models give us. So let's start with Google Gemini. So I have few photos right here. So let's start with the photo of me. So I'll drag this one. Let me do that with others as well. So in this image, we are trying to modify the existing image. So in that case, in Firefly, you have to go to this generative fill, and you can upload the image right here and test. Now let's try to change the dress that I wear and the way I look. So here is my prompt. So here is my prompt. Make the person sit in a chair wearing a full suit and a golden watch. Let's copy the same, paste it with Qwen, and in Firefly, the thing is different. So you won't be able to alter images in the way that you want. So let's try just adding this insert. All right, now we can give the prompt right here. But this is not a fair challenge that is given to Firefly, because it doesn't have that option or ability to directly modify images. So it's just a try that we're trying to create with Adobe Fly, if it can do or not. All right, now let's click on generate here, then Qwen, and then Google Gemini. All right, in Firefly we got an image, but um it's not looking that great. Yeah, we have an image, but it's kind of distorted and it's not really usable. Not great. All right, we got this image, but I think this is better than these. Let me click on more. Let's see if there is a better one that we are going to get. Now, let me see in Qwen. We are still waiting for Qwen. All right, cool. So this one actually looks nice, and yeah, there are. I don't think this is truly me. There are some form. There are slight changes in my face, but that's fine. But this is a really usable image, and that's great. So you have the watch, you have the full suit, sitting in a chair, and that looks really great. Cool. Now let's see what we got in Qwen. Cool. All right, Qwen also did a better job, but I could see there is a slight deform in my face and my eye. Let me download this. So there is some problem with my eyes in this image. Rest of the things are good, but not as good as what NanoBanana has kept. All right, now okay, we have few more images from Firefly. Okay, okay, this looks a little more great, but no, the hand, the watch. All right, all these things look weird. We can see a pair of shoes, so I'm trying to change this particular shoes with something fancy. So let's try to change this particular pair of shoes to a Nike. So here is the prompt: change the shoes to a funky Nike. All right, so let's brush this one. All right, we have it right here and it looks really great. We have a funky Nike shoes and we have the logo of Nike right here. Again, Firefly just lost. It gave us something different. Okay. Okay. We'll try to add more. Let me try to just select the shoes rather than selecting the whole. Okay. So I hope this should give better results because we are just selecting the shoes and it has right here of the leg. So I think it can do better with this. So let's look at Qwen. All right. Qwen also did a great job changing these shoes, but it's not as funky as what NanoBanana has given. So it looks more realistic. And this one also look realistic. Yeah, both are great. All right, we tried Firefly with a different way, but it still lacks. All right, so let's leave that aside. Now let's try with some other images that I got. We got two people right here. This is an image of two people. So we have an image of this lady and this lady right here. So the idea is to club them together and make them look like they are talking. So let's see how well these are going to come. All right, so here is the prompt: make both the ladies standing together and having a candid talk. Okay, let me try the same with Qwen. So in Qwen, the prompt has to be a little more defined. So I'll say make both the ladies from both the images standing together in a single image and having a candid talk. All right, cool. So we have that image right here where we have both the ladies in a single frame and it looks as if they are talking. Cool. And they look great. So Qwen, it really got messed up. So we had two different persons from two different images and it just combined a single image. It just used a single image and as if they're talking, that's fine, but it's not great. It didn't use the other image that we gave. So Qwen is not that great with this. Now I'm not going to try this with Adobe because we don't have such an option here to do these kind of activities in Adobe Firefly. Now we have this image, so I'll try to place something right here. Okay, so this should work with Qwen. I think this should also work with Adobe Firefly. Add a So here is my prompt: add a small village next to the bottom of the mountains. All right, in Qwen you can see few houses right here. That's blend rightly. Now let's check what is there in NanoBanana. All right, this looks more interesting. So you have actually a village right here with some trees, then there's a road and few buildings right here and there. So again, NanoBanana scored well with this. Cool. Now let's mark the place right here and let's. So I'm going to use the same prompt, add a small village next to the bottom of the mountains, and I have marked the place where Qwen and Gemini just added the village. So let's see how well it is going to come in Adobe Firefly. Great. So right now Adobe looks great and it is as good as Nano Banana. We have a village with few buildings and that really blended well with the image, and this looks really natural and it's great. So at this point we have a score for Adobe Firefly, which really did great when we gave those prompts correctly by marking the place. That really blend well. Cool. Now let's try to create an anime image of mine. So I have a photo right here. So I'll choose this as the style. Now create an anime image of the composition. All right. So we have few things right here. Okay. So we just created something as similar to this image, the Goku, with the composition that I gave with my image. So you can see the hands. All right. So here is the image that I've just created with giving the style and composition. The way how I kept my hands are kind of similar in this image. Now let's try to create the same with Nano Banana. We have Goku here, and we have a photo of mine. So let's create that. Okay, here is my prompt. Take the image 1 as the reference and create an anime image of the image 2. All right, we have it right here. So on this image I have a phone. Yeah, I kept my phone right here and I have my hands right here, and I have a t-shirt with a collar. So this is really a correct depiction of what we gave. Cool, that's great. Qwen. All right. So Qwen is the one which did really better. So it just gave the correct image. Like what I gave is with my phone right here, my hand, the way my hand is raised, really recreated the same image with exactly same movements of hand. So Quen scores here, but this is not bad, but this is a different perspective of the same image, but I go with Quen. All right. So I have the photo of Goku and the newly created image. So here is the prompt. Make both the characters shaking hands and having a candid talk, comma laugh. So let me copy this. But I'm not quite sure if Quen is able to recreate this, but I still hope it can because this is just an anime image. Earlier we tried that with two photos of two different ladies and it failed. It couldn't do what it was supposed to do. Now let's try one more time. Of course, Google Gemini is going to create a really great one. Wow. The laugh of Goku is correct, and all those composition and things styles look similar, and this really great. Cool. I love this one. See, again, there is a problem with Quen. It is not as good as Nano Banana to merge two different images and combining both. No, it can't. Now let's stop modifying images and let's try to create images with prompt. All right. We are trying to create an illustration of the rabbit on total race. So let us be more specific, like, so let's say happy turtle and sad rabbit. Okay, so here is the prompt. Create an illustration of the rabbit on total race where we have happy turtle winning and sad rabbit running fast to win. Let's leave as it is and let Adobe Firefly choose what was the right one for this image. All right, so we have Quen image right here. We can see the happy turtle and the stressed, unhappy rabbit running behind, forced to actually win the race. Turtle is already at the winning place. Wow, that's really great and it looks really amazing. Now let's see what Nano Banana has given. It's great, yeah, but okay, it seems like this is the image after the race where the turtle has a medal and the rabbit is crying and it's running. Okay, um, it's great but not what I thought in my mind, but this one is correct. Now let's see the Firefly. It seems like both of them, the rabbit and the turtle, is happy. I don't see the sad rabbit here. But oh wait, turtle has ears like this. Okay, this one it's fine, but not fine. Both of them are running. But see this image where it just keep this shell right here, and the face looks similar to that of a rabbit, and it has this long ears like rabbit. All right, so before winding up, let's do one more test with one more image. Instead of Firefly, I'll be using Adobe Photoshop, then Qwen and NanoBanana for this test. So we have an image right here. So the idea is to change this particular window and looking to something else. So for this one, I'll just select the subject, then I'll give the prompt right here. So here is the prompt: make the lady looking to the sea through the windows. Cool. Click on generate. I'll add the same image in NanoBanana. All right, it just changed the window. So this is the earlier image and this is the newest image, and it's kind of realistic, but you don't know if this is an image of sea. All right, so this looks really better. So you can see the sea right here. So we have this in the Photoshop, but if it was a little more vibrant, let me change to the, let me say explicitly the like blue sea. More keyword to Photoshop where I explicitly added saying vibrant blue sea. Now let's see. Now let me look Qwen. Okay. This simply changed the perspective of the image. It literally created a new image. Just not sure if it is the same person. The sea right here, and she's looking through the window to the sea. So it made the result as per the prompt, but it's different from that of what we got NanoBanana. And now we have this image in Photoshop where we have this reflection of her hands and her face, and we have the sea right here. But in my opinion, I don't feel this one as great. They're not that great because it has some problem with its finishing, where anyone who watches this image can understand this is kind of an artificial and it's not that great. So that's how these three platforms differentiate itself. I loved NanoBanana. It is really amazing, and it's the god level image editing tool that we have right now. So what do you think about this video and all these tools? Let me know that in the comment section. Till then, this is Castigo Joseph signing off. Bye.